Hello everybody, it's Simeonski again, and today I want to show you how to use the piston in order to move things around. So let's go for it. So let's start with pistons. So what is a piston? What does it do? Where do I find it? Everything you need to know, basic things. So to find your piston, you go to your palette, go to search and type in piston. So there it is. This is how it looks like. Place it somewhere, and it has some object board here, and there it is. So what does a piston do? A piston is basically a thing that moves other objects from A to B along this line that you can see, this green line here. You can move it up or down, but you can also move it in other directions. In this, you just have to turn it, and now you see the line is going this way, and it will move. Whatever you connect to it will move along this line. So this is basically what a piston does. Normally, you would make an easy setup, like something will trigger the piston. This can be some circuitry, a trigger volume, and I will use a button for now. You just connect this, and then the piston, once you press this button, should move up. See? And there it goes, it moves up. Here we go. So if you play with pistons, you see now that it's up now, and yeah, it's up, and I can push it again, nothing's happening. So there is some trick that you can do to kind of play with this and try things out. If you go to your tools menu, you have a section that's called circuits and debugging. Click this, and then there is the second basically thing that's called send room reset event. You use this, and everything is reset that you changed in the room. You will sometimes need this, especially if you play with pistons. Okay, let's see what else can we do. We can do some settings here. Max travel distance, target, like how far it's going. Movement speed, acceleration. Again, I don't know why you would want to have the scrappable thing or the roll filter here, but it's some standard thing. Yeah, you cannot set much. I would, for pistons actually, you can set things in here, but then it would just go off right away when the room is loaded. So we don't want that normally. So don't do any settings in here. Just put it, and I will show you how to change settings in the way we normally do it. So now it's going up very high, so we don't want it. So we have two settings here, and we want to change that. We want to change the max distance to, let's say, 1. And the speed is now 1. If you make it higher, then it will be faster, but I want to have it be slower now, so we have to go below 1. Let's go to 0.2. So now it should move slower, and it should move only to the distance of 1. Let's see. Alright, and as you see, it already changes this line, so it will stop there. Stop at the point. Yeah, the line stops there where the piston will stop. You can of course also do something so you don't need to use the room reset thing all the time. I will just clone this button here for the sake. Move it down a little bit. So, and you have a function here that's called reverse. What does this do? It just, as you might think, it reverses. So if I press this now, nothing's happening because it's kind of at the starting point. But if I have pressed this, it's moving up. And if I press this, which reverses the movement, it's going back down to the starting point. So that's the basic functionality of pistons. And now when I throw away my maker pen and I push this button, it does nothing. So that's because this is an invisible object. You can see it if you have your maker pen, but it's not really something people will see. So how do you actually use this? Super easy also. Let's put a cube here, just like that. And then we can use the connect function, mark an object, just keep the trigger, hold the trigger, and connect it to this middle part. Don't connect it to this outer part, really connect it to this stick that is in the middle. And now this is connected, you can see it's connected. Now this piston should move this object over here. Let's see if this works. So yeah, I press it, platform moves up. Press this one, platform moves down. So that's the basic functionality. It's not much more than this. But what you also can do, and what I will give an example now with a light source, I will have a light source and I want the piston to trigger a light source. So point light, I will just put a point light somewhere. Let's put it behind this for now. Make it really bright so we can see it. So what I can do with this piston, I can do other things afterwards. For example, I have this option that's called finished. And so what I want to do now is I want to turn on this light once the piston has finished moving. Easy, you just go connect this to turn on. Then the light should turn on when the movement is finished. It's doing this actually for both movements. When any of these things are finished, like has moved up all the way, then the light will turn on. Or it's moved down all the way and the light will turn on. So if I want to turn off the light as well, you can use these things. Play and reverse. This, what does this do? If I connect the play to the turn off, it will turn off the light right away when the play is starting. Like if I push this button basically, and I can also put reverse here as well. I can have different things trigger this. Now when I start reversing, it will turn off the light. So basically the light will be turned off when this thing is moving, and the light will be turned on when it's not moving anymore. Let's see if this works. So light's off, it's moving up. Bam, light is on. I can let it go down, light is off. Once it's finished, light will be turned on again. Yeah. So in this way you can trigger anything. You can trigger sounds or anything like that. Or you could also do something like if you have a platformer or something like kind of some parkour thing. You could, for example, make a platform that you stand on, move up to this corner, and there's another platform right there. And once this platform is over there, it triggers this platform to move. So you can connect different things. And also you can connect not just one object, you could also just connect as many objects as you wish. Like if I, for example, would say, okay, let's not just connect this platform, but let's also move the light with it. I just select it, add it to this, add it to this. So now you can see both objects are connected and both objects should move when the piston is moving. Thank you guys for watching again. As always, like and subscribe, and visit my extra room that I built to show off the things that you can do and to give you a little bit insight, especially when the circuits come up, that you can just check out, make a selfie, post it, whatever. And yeah, see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.